Cheesy the Podcast, presented by Just Cheesy Productions.
Hi there, I'm your host Fondue.
I'm Cheesy.
In this week's episode, we're talking all about animals that you can milk.
Whoa.
We're going to talk about cows, goats, yaks, and donkeys. We're going to find out if you can really milk hippos, cats, and pigeons.
What?
And we're going to tell a very cheesy joke.
No way.
Stay tuned for episode 203, Milky. I don't know about you, Cheesy, and I don't know if it's because I'm getting old or because I just didn't pay attention in school, but I feel like I learned something new every single week on this podcast.
Me too.
Did you know that the defining feature of mammals, basically the thing that makes a mammal, is the presence of mammary glands, which is basically the ability to produce milk in order to nourish young.
Aw.
And this means every single mammal,
Everyone?
from bats to whales,
Bats?
they all produce milk in some form.
Whales?
Yeah, whales produce milk for their young.
Whoa.
Now, I don't think we could actually drink it.
Oh, no.
Technically, you could.
Oh.
It would have high fat content.
Okay.
The milk would be extremely hard to gather.
Yeah.
There's a very strange claim out there
Okay.
by the website Deep Sea Dairy.
Oh.
And they say that they make whale cheese.
Okay.
There's no credible evidence to support this, but you can always check out their website.
You also said bats.
Yep, bats make milk.
Really?
Now, again, this is another animal that it would be highly unlikely we'd be able to milk.
Yeah.
And we'd be highly unable to make cheese.
Oh, yeah.
There is something online called Wombaroo.com.
Wombaroo.
And this is a bat milk replacer.
Oh.
It's a nutritionally balanced milk substitute for orphaned microbats.
Oh,
Again, more
nice.
things I didn't know.
Yeah.
This particular website has guinea pig milk replacer
What?
and rabbit milk replacer.
No way.
So we're clear, all mammals produce milk in some way.
Okay.
In the U.S., there are 4 animals whose milk is commonly used for cheese.
Okay.
Cows, of course.
Yeah, cows.
According to Antonelli'sCheese.com, most cheese comes from cow's milk, mostly because they actually produce a lot of milk,
Yeah.
and it becomes a very good value.
Oh, yeah.
Goats are often milked for cheese, and they actually have lower lactose levels as compared to other milk types, and that makes it easier to digest for a lot of people.
Nice.
Sheep's milk has twice the amount of fat and proteins of cow's milk,
Oh.
and it basically makes a very decadent texture.
Ooh.
They say here they're extremely cute, but they do not like to be milked.
Oh, no.
And they basically only give a small amount.
Oh.
They talk about water buffalo.
Ooh.
Water buffalo is the second highest milk consumed in the world behind goat milk.
Mozzarella.
And because they're so big,
Yeah.
they produce about 4 to 6 gallons of milk every single day.
Whoa.
And they have pretty good milk to cheese ratios.
Really?
1 gallon of milk equals 2.2 pounds of cheese.
Ooh.
But a couple of other types of animals that are actually milked but extremely expensive. The first is moose milk.
Moose.
According to this article, the Swedes refer to moose as elk.
Okay.
They have something called the elk house,
Ooh.
where they make some of the world's most expensive cheese products.
Whoa.
Some of the cheeses can cost as much as $500 a pound.
Wow.
They make feta and preserve it in jars of oil. It basically
Ooh.
has a mild tartness with a smooth texture.
Oh.
And they said if you want to try it yourself, it's illegal in the United States.
Oh, no.
And don't try bringing it back to the U.S.
Why?
Because it could earn you a smuggling charge at customs.
Holy cow.
In addition to the Swedes, it appears the Russians are also commercially milking moose.
Whoa.
They've even done some studies, and the Russian researchers have recommended moose milk for the prevention of gastroenterological diseases.
Say that again.
And when you talk about expensive cheese, you talk about Pule cheese.
Oh.
This is Serbia's donkey cheese.
Donkey.
It's very rare. And it's extremely expensive.
Ooh la
It goes
la.
for no less than $500 a pound.
Wow.
We've talked about yak cheese before.
Yep.
You can actually buy it on Amazon
Oh, yeah.
as cheese sticks for dogs.
Dogs.
In Nepal, this cheese is called chirpy.
Is it for people, too?
Yeah, humans can eat it, but it's extremely dense and very, very hard to chew.
Oh.
They say here it softens over time in the mouth and can provide hours of chewing.
Hours.
Did you know that camels can be milked?
They can?
Oh, yeah. There's a place online, camelculture.org, where we
Oh.
in America can actually get camel milk.
Ooh.
They claim it's easier to digest for many individuals with lactose sensitivity.
Nice.
They say it's low in saturated fat for heart-conscious families.
Wow.
They say it's high in potassium, magnesium, and calcium.
Okay.
And they say it even offers vitamins C, B, and iron.
Nice.
Camel Milk is not a sponsor, but if they were,
Nope.
their ad would go right here. Have you ever wanted to listen to the web?
Yeah.
Well, Newsly makes that possible.
They do?
They're an all-in-one audio super app for iOS and Android.
Super app.
You can listen to trending articles on the web on topics that you choose and get them read to you in a natural human voice.
What kind of topics?
Sports,
Cheese?
tech, business, science.
Cheese?
I'm sure there's even cheese.
Yay!
They even have an entire section for podcasts.
Are we there?
Of course we are.
Ooh.
It's one of my new favorite podcast apps. They even have digital radio.
Holy cow.
Just go to www.newsly.me to download it free.
Whoa.
Or use the link in the description. If you use the promo code CHEESY, that'll get you 1 month free premium subscription.
Yay, Newsly.
Now, back to the podcast. Now, just because all mammals produce milk, they don't all produce cheese.
Okay, right.
It basically comes down to milk chemistry, practicality, and tradition.
Wow.
Cheese is made by coagulating casein proteins in milk.
Okay.
So animals like cows, goats, sheep, and buffalo produce milk with plenty of casein.
Okay.
Animals like horses, donkeys, and camels have milk with less casein or different protein structures, and this makes curdling difficult.
Oh.
And it gives weak curds.
Okay.
There's a fat and water balance. So very low-fat milk like donkey or very high-fat milk like seal or whale can produce odd or unstable textures.
Oh.
Sometimes it comes down to practicality.
Oh, yeah.
Cats, pigs, bats, they don't yield very much,
No.
and it would probably be very difficult to gather.
Yeah.
Most people stick with animals that are domesticated,
Oh, yeah.
they have high yield, and they're safe and accessible.
Right.
Can you milk a hippo?
I don't think so.
Right, probably not.
No.
And is its milk actually pink?
Is it?
So one, hippos are very, very aggressive animals to humans,
Yeah.
so it would be nearly impossible to be able to milk them.
Don't try it at home.
And it does have milk that looks pink,
Yeah.
but it is actually not the milk that gives it its color.
Oh.
According to livescience.com, the hippo sweats an oily secretion.
Oh.
It's released by the mucus glands.
Blech.
It's sometimes called red sweat or blood sweat,
Yeah.
but it's neither blood or sweat.
Okay.
It's actually two substances,
Okay.
and they play an important role in protecting the health of a hippo.
Oh.
The substances have antibiotic
Whoa.
and sunscreen properties.
Wow.
They moisturize the skin and keep the animals cool and protect them from harmful bacteria.
Wow.
And that's what turns their regular colored milk pink.
Whoa.
Seals produce milk for their young.
They do?
And it's actually more than 60% fat.
Whoa.
It's nearly twice as much as heavy cream.
Jeez.
It's so fatty that by drinking about 10 liters of the stuff per day, the babies are able to pack on about 15 pounds and a half of a week.
Whoa.
They add about 30% of their birth weight every day.
Holy cow.
According to iflscience.com, in comparison, if this was a human baby with that much milk, it would gain 22 pounds by the time it was 4 days old.
Whoa.
That seal milk must be pretty good.
Oh,
According to sciolo.org.mx, researchers on Isla Guadalupe in Mexico observed feral cats engaging in some surprising behavior. They were
Okay.
stealing milk from nursing northern elephant seals.
What now?
The cats would spend a few minutes scouting and then a few minutes drinking.
Sure.
And it's likely that the amount that they stole wasn't going to affect the pup survival,
What?
but the practice raised concerns about potential disease transmission from cats to seals.
Aw.
Platypuses
Platypuses.
give milk through glands like sweat glands.
Ew.
Platypuses don't have teeth like cows.
Oh.
They actually have their hungry pups lap up the milk from where it's collected in the grooves of their mother's skin, or they suck it up from their fur.
Ew.
And if that's not strange enough, pigeons, who are not mammals,
Pigeons?
actually make something that's like milk.
Pigeons.
They're one of 3 bird species that produce something called crop milk because it comes out of the crop, a little pouch at the base of their throat. And it's
Ew.
used to store food before it gets digested.
Like vomit.
And you're thinking it sounds a lot like puke. Well, it's really
Yeah.
not. It's actually a lot more like milk than you would think in
Okay.
its production and its composition.
Okay.
But they said it's not exactly something you could pour. It's more like curds or cottage cheese.
Ew.
And we're going to have to give an honorable mention
Okay.
to the creepiest milk,
Okay.
the jumping, spider.
What?
They lay up to 36 eggs at a time, and they start feeding all of them drops of what they say is milky goodness as soon as they hatch.
Ew.
This is a hands-off process.
Yeah.
The mother deposits little bits of milk around the nest for the hatchlings to find. Doesn't take long before all the baby spiders are lining up at their mother to feed. And no, I don't think you're going to make cheese out of it.
I'm ready for a joke, Fondue.
Okay. Why don't pigs make cheese?
Ooh, I don't know.
Because every time you try, they hog all the milk.
Oh.
Get it? They hog all the milk?
It's not very funny.
You know what? I don't care. I thought it was funny and a little bit cheesy. Thanks for listening to Just Cheesy the Podcast, episode 203, Milky.
Thank you.
We love that you come here and listen to us every week.
Yeah, we do.
But also check out our TikTok and our YouTube, where I have learned how to play the game cheese rolling. It's a hoot.
Watch Fondue stream and stay cheesy, everybody.